Yes, I'm well aware of Paolo Solari.
Okay,
I often thought of hiring a bunch of midgets to walk around 42nd Street with signs that say miniaturization or death.
Okay.
Wavy.
Well, the genome might deal with the midget that they could recycle a little more height. So when you put the two together, then...
But you know, if you don't have a sense of humor, it isn't funny anymore.
Well, I don't know what it is, but what I'm talking to you, Q, about is that our colleges would be the best. Now, when you have industry, I wrote a 1,000-foot long poem called Industriological Archaeological.
They recognize you.
So what are we doing?
Well, what I'm saying is when you put the two together, you have a great vision. And if you'd like to say something about that, because you get a lot of media hype.
What, about archaeology?
Putting the two together.
Which two?
The genetic genome.
I don't know about these genomes, like the geremlins, or I don't know about that. See, I know about Gaia. I know that you're Gaia, I'm Gaia, the rock's Gaia, the earth's Gaia. We taught Gaia at kids camp this summer. Our text was an amazing book by Joanna Macy and John Seed called "Thinking Like a Mountain." And we did a Council for All Beings with the children, which was quite wonderful. They all picked an animal, a mammal, a stream, a desert, a rainforest, and they got up before the fire and spoke on behalf of their species. And this was real wonderful. And also in doing that, it just happened. Don't do the ice cream cone anymore, please. It just sort of happened that John Seed dropped by the camp. He's with the Rainforest Information League in Australia, and he helped us with the evolutionary remembering, where the kids, all of us, we went back from the Big Bang, and went all the way up to the present time. So now the kids know that they're not only related to each other, but they're related to the trees and the rocks and the grass and the sky, and this is very exciting.
Red stuffing strewn on Woodstockian, Algonquin green grass, mud cake Gaia, psychedelic rock beams into the air audio from white Volkswagen camper, above green oak branch trees of Max Jager's farm. Illuminating enlightenment, great empty blue sky, rain cloud, mist, a black horse nibbles golden shank Algonquin grass and wags his tail to the west.
I think it's dangerous to let your heart go beyond your situation. I'm just taking it. The sand goes through the hourglass one grain at a time. I think, you know, Paolo Solari is amazing. I love his stuff. I like the idea of cities that are not built for wallets, but are built for human beings. I've supported this forever, you know, but I don't see how our thing
put the two together.
relates. I think you need to laugh more. That's what I do.
I laughed many times.
I haven't seen you laugh once.
Well, the crickets hear my heart sing. Basically, what I'm saying is that as Gorbachev and Deng Xiaoping and George Bush pushed to demilitarization of space, we could build our colleges with money to keep the same wheel spinning in the same way. And with such, the archaeologicalization of the tri-superpowers would basically be the answer. That's what my poem's based on. So I wanted to, you know, turn you on to something.
Okay.
See what you thought, and then if you want to say such about such.
I believe in Paolo Solari. This is a Tibetan touchstone, if you're interested. This is the folks I work for, called Seva.
Well, not necessarily turn you on, because Debbie said that you knew of Seva, but I wanted to see if you put the two together.
Have you ever heard of Seva before?
Archaeology is evolving from homosexual.
We work in, I was trying to talk to you. I don't want to talk anymore. I was. Yeah, I think we're done. I can't deal with it anymore. You gotta open up a little more. I'm not up for it.
Maybe.
Yes. Way to go. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna probably press it in the book.
Okay.
When the film is edited, are you going to be embarrassed that you laid out a lot of bad karma from angriness?
No, I'm not angry.
You're not angry?
No. No, I just...
Just dismissive as authoritarianism?
I don't know. You use a lot of big words, you know, and I am not communicating with you, and you don't seem to be interested in anything that I have to say.
Oh, I felt your heart. I heard what you said.
Well,
if you know a lot about Paulo, then you know. I said just.
I know very little about Paulo. I went to see him. I brought the pranksters to see him. I think his work is amazing. My dad was an architect. I really appreciate what he does. My friend James Good thinks he's a little fascistic. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you can always.
It's like Brasilia that way. You know that a lot of people didn't want to live in Brasilia once they built it.
Right. I'm saying you can take his design and not necessarily his ideology and see what's good of it and basically evolve better.
I like Gaia. I like Gaia. All I can say is I think you need to laugh more, that's all.
Me too.
I think it would be very healthy for you.
Did you ever laugh?
Of course he's laughs sometimes, just as he's not into it now. Do you know about Seva at all?
No, I heard you mention.
Have you heard of Lumbini? Where Lumbini is?
That's Buddha's birthplace. Right?
Yeah, that's where we have our clinic.
What is it, a hospital?
See, 80% of the people in the world that are blind don't need to be.
Right. ATP. Basically, ATP, I believe, is that like there's a.
TP is something that Indians
No,
live
I said
in.
ATP is a coded system that can have the blind see. I've been reading the Newsday magazine on that one. I read the Newsday as life section medicine.
Okay, enough. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to chant Om Mani Padme Hum before you take off?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh man, hey, pat my ham.
Pardon?
How about Om Ahum Vajraguru Padma Siddhe? That's, you like that one?
Yeah, I never heard that.
That's a Padma Savada.
Padma Sambhava?
Yeah, he was a little guy. Nice little guy. I'm a Milarepa man myself.
Yeah, I have lots of cave poems from Boulder, Colorado.
I think Milarepa laughed a lot. I think you ought to laugh. Try standing on your head. Harpo Marx says if all else fails, stand on your head.
Sounds like a good idea.
Or get a cuckoo clock.
Yeah, take a piece of clover.
Okay.
Okay. Are you vegetarian? Vegan vegetarian?
Nope. My wife and son are. Good for you.
Yeah, I find great materialness and such.
Ah!
See you.
You should have got a shot of ABC coming in with Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It was all pre-planned. Everything was set. They brought Wavy Gravy with them. The crew came in and set up the stage in front of the plaque, the memorial for Woodstock. They set up all the lights, all the cameras. They had the satellite here to do the whole show live. It was all ready to go. At 7 o'clock, right on the button, they started the show. And the very first part of the show, Wavy Gravy in his clown costume came over to where the hippies were hanging out and shook my hand and he hugged a brother and he smiled a lot and blew some bubbles and walked back to the platform, and the whole rest of their show was done right in that nice and tight little circle.
Right over there?
Right over there. They didn't see any more. They didn't film any more of what went on
Nothing?
around.
They weren't concerned about anything? Are you serious?
They already had their show done, bro.